Hello everyone, myself Professor Rakesh Patil from the Department of Civil Engineering, KLS VDIT Hyderabad. I welcome you to the lecture series on groundwater and hydraulics. Subject code is 17CV 742, 7th semester, model number 4, and today we are going to discuss about lecture number 27. Before going to start with the today's class, I would just like to brush up the things which we have discussed in the previous class. In previous class, we have discussed the Thames equation and for confined and unconfined aquifers, and also we have discussed some of the groundwater explorations. In today's class, we are going to discuss about groundwater exploration for electrical well logging. Electrical locks are perhaps the most important tools available for protophysicists. This is because they provide the method for calculating the water saturation, upon which calculation of stop and based. They are also for some of first logs to be used with Merkel and coastal submerger testing out electrical logs for the first time in 1927 in the Penel field, France. These first measurements were continuous recording using 2 to 3 electrodes and direct current. It was discovered at that high quality recording of apparent resistivity could be obtained under the favorable condition of a small diameter of borehole. High mud resistivities and shallow inversion in thick reservoir. These early tools are called electrical logging tools. And these are some contents which I am going to cover today in today's class. Borehole environment, types of well logging, types of electrical well logging, resistivity method, self potential method, induction logging, and conclusions. So let's start with some introduction. Well logging involves measuring the physical property of surrounding rocks with a sensor located in borehole. The record of measuring as a function of a depth is called as well logging. The development of electrical tool has henceforth been intense. There are new tools that can cope up with extremely high resistivity mud, that is oil based mud or gas as the borehole fluids, which are rarely upon electromagnetic coupling and induced alternating current. Induction locks. The induction locks are actually measures conductivity, and hence is sometimes is called as conductivity log. The modern tool for measuring resistivities in high salinity. Mud is the lateral log which focuses its current into a thin sheet to improve vertical resolutions and penetration depth. The lateral logs measures resistivity in the convenient sense and are usually referred to as a resistivity tool. Both the induction locks and lateral locks comes in different types, which are sensitive different depth of penetration into the boreholes. Hence, resistivity determination for the envoid, partially envoid and undisturbed rock zones can be measured. In addition, there is a large range of smaller electrical device which are designed to measure the resistivity of a mud cake. There are also array logs which are state of the art of tools, and electrical measurements are used at a high resolutions to image the interior of the borehole electricals. Principles of electrical locks. The main use of electrical tools to calculate the water saturation of a reservoir formation, and hence this STOPP I covered the most of the important theory for this applications. And these are the borewell environments. You can see the sandstone bearing rocks will be present here. borewell with a drilling fluids and mud cake, flushed zone and annuals of invasion and precipitation formation, and some of the shale. Types of well loggings are electrical logging, radioactive logging, sonic logging, miscellaneous loggings. Electrical logging we use to measure lithological variation in boreholes by measuring their electrical properties. It has been observed that in borehole the electrical potential wires varies according to the nature of the bed transfers. Electrical wells are resistivity methods, potential methods, and induction methods. Electrical well loggings are in resistivity method. It works by characterization the rocks or sediments in the borewells by measuring its electrical resistivity. In the sedimentary rocks, most of the minerals are unconductors, but presence of water in the pore spaces can be conducted electricity. In metamorphic and igneous rocks, certain minerals can be contribute their conductivity. In resistivity methods, there should be a normal and lateral log, micro log, lateral log, and micro lateral log, proximity log. In normal lateral log, we have the standard normal configuration with different galvanometer and some of the different patterns. Use of derived values when calculating STT the electrical tools are also number of quantity uses principles which are induction of lithology, phases of and electrophases analysis, correlations, determination of overrest pressure, in the determination of shale properties, induction of compaction, and investigation of source of rocks. This is the graph which we can achieve by the using the graphs. In normal lateral log micro logs, we can have this kind of resistivance. In resistivity method, the determination of resistivity for formation is essential to determine determination of saturation is mainly hydrocarbon. Formation resistivity and flushed zone resistivity can be conducted. Mud filtrate investigation profile also can be conducted. In this you can see the potentiometer circuit can be connected to the downhole electrodes and reference electrodes. The lower resistivity in shale, which is due to presence of bound water in a clay that undergo surface conduction, the degree to which the sandstones have a higher resistivity depends upon their property, their porosity, their pore geometries, the resistivity of the formation of water, the water, oil, and gas saturation. These logs will be discussed briefly because the data from them may still be encountered when realizing nature of fields. Takes the homogeneous and isotropic medium that extend to infinite in all the direction. Now pass a current from electrode A and the medium to the another B infinite distant. We take the potential of current electrode A to some of the value VA that generate a spherical equipotensial surface which with electrode A at their centers. In self-potential method, the declination porous and permeable reservoir rocks to determine bed boundaries and bed thickness, to evaluate the formation of water resistivity, to estimate the fraction of clay, correlation of permeable beds. The intensity of the secondary recurrent the formation depends upon the location in the formation relative to the transmit and receiver coils. Hence, there is a spatial varying geometrical factors that to take into account. The loop of secondary current induced in the transmit and sensed by the receivers, the actual signal recorded by the receivers will be the sum of all the ground loops in the space investigated by tools. Sensitivity map for space for a homogeneous medium shows that 50% of the total signal comes from close to tool. To skin effect is a problem that occurs with very conductive formation, which result in the reduction of a signal. This is automatically corrected for during the logging run. Induction logs are calibrated with a well sight in the A0 using 400 ms test loop that placed around the sound. The calibration is subsequently checked in the well opposite zero conductivity formation. These locks were originally designed for use in the boreholes where drilling fluids was very resistive. It can, however, be used responsibly also in a water-based mud of a high salinity, but has found in its greatest use in the well drilled with fresh water-based muds. The sounding consists of two wires coil, a transmitter and a receiver. High frequency alternate current of constant amplitude is amplified to the transmitter coil. This gives rise to an alternate magnetic field around the sound wave that induced secondary current in the formation. These current flows in coaxial loops around the sound wave and turn create their own alternate magnetic field, which induced currents in the receiver coil of sound wave. The received signal is measured and its size of the proportional to be conductivity of the formation is clearly will be the direct coupling of a transmitter coil, and the receiver coil signals this removed additional coils which serves the improvement of the different terrains, which is also known as resistivity methods, which we can use for the coupling of different materials which is present in the subsurface. The magnetic of different terrains exploit small variation in the magnetic minerals, titanometric and some of the sulfide minerals includes measurements of flux rate and proton pressures, which is optical observation magnetometric can be observed. In most of the cases, total magnetic field data occupied by acquired vector measurements are made in some institutes. Magnetic rocks contains various combination of induced and remnant magnetization. That earth primary field that magnetics of both induced and remnant magnetizations depends upon the quantity, composition and size of magnetic minerals grains. Magnetic anomaly may be related to primary igneous and sedimentary process which establish the magnetic mineralogy, or they may released to secondary alternation that either induction or removal magnetic minerals. In the mineral exploration and the governmental consideration, the secondary effect of in the rock that most of the depositions associated with a hydrothermal system are important as a hydrothermal activity, because rock alteration can be affected affect change in the bulk density as well as magnetization and magnetic anomalies when corrected for the magnetization directions. So magnetism coincides with the gravity anomaly, and magnetic explosion may be directly detected to some iron ore deposits. Seismic techniques have had related limited utilization due to their relatively high cost and the difficulty of acquiring the interpreting seismic data in strongly faulted and altered igneous terrains. In the mineral assessment and exploration at the deposit scale, however, shallow seismic surveys employ less expensive source and smaller survey than the typical regional survey, and the cost of studying certain governmental problems in the near subsurface may not be prohibited. Reflection seismic methods provides fine structural details, and refraction methods provides precisement of depth of lithological of different lithological acoustic independence. The refraction method can be used to mineralize investigation map low velocity alluvial deposits such as those may contain gold, tin and sand or gravel. Applications of governmental work included studying the structure, thickness and hydrology of a tailing and extent of acid mine drainage around the mineral depositions. The conclusion is the well logging is a detailed survey conducted after the location of drilling is fixed based on the other preliminary geological and geophysical surveying. In the normal resistivity logging methods, if the thickness of the beds is less than separation between AM, then we will get a reverse graph. In the resistivity well logging methods, we use our own source, but in the case of SP method, we use neutral current. Proximity well logging is to determine the density of the reserves. So that's all from today's class. In next class, we will see with a different topic. Thank you very much.